This video is sponsored by Wix Filters, manufacturers of filters for automobiles, trucks, off-road equipment, and manufacturing applications. Go to wixfilters.com for more information.
As the spooky season descends upon us, allow me to regale you with a suspenseful tale, one that can send shivers down the spine of even the most resolute fleet manager. In a quaint, unsuspecting town, there lies a mysterious road known as Fleet Street, notorious for its treacherous potholes, debris, and the malevolent downtime demon named the Delayer. Local lore warns that anyone who ventures onto this cursed road is doomed to experience vehicle breakdowns and an eerie encounter with the dreaded Delayer. Fleet Street has remained untouched for generations, becoming a graveyard of mechanical failures and abandoned vehicles. Legend has it the only way to break the curse is for a truck to traverse Fleet Street without succumbing to its mechanical woes, a seemingly impossible feat. As the leaves fall and shadows lengthen, those who find themselves on Fleet Street must tread with caution, for the Delayer's curse lurks in the darkness, ready to ensnare those who dare to defy it. Will your fleet be the one to break the curse, or will your truck become another ghostly relic on Fleet Street's haunted path? I guess that all depends on one thing: your preventative maintenance. Consider your suspension and chassis as the very backbone of your truck. You don't have to be the next victim of the Delayer's unscheduled maintenance mayhem. With the right suspension maintenance, you can successfully journey through even the most questionable routes. Here's Rob Clements, Senior Project Engineer with Reyco Granning, to discuss some of the most important things to keep an eye on when it comes to the health of your suspension.
Knowing and understanding what you're working on at the time can help out, areas to look for. I think one of the biggest things is following the published maintenance schedule for your suspension. At Reyco Granning, we have, in all of our manuals, there's a maintenance schedule, or at least a maintenance recommendation. It just kind of lays out what to do when. We recommend a pre-service inspection, before the vehicle goes into service. There is a first service inspection, which is 1,000 to about 3,000 miles on the vehicle. Every U-bolt that goes into service like that needs to be retorqued. We recommend the 1,000, but 1 to 3,000 mile point. That one point in particular is where we actually see quite a few failures. Beyond the first service inspection, we're looking at annual preventative maintenance inspections, and that's going to go on for the life of the vehicle. During replacement of any service parts, if anything does need to be serviced, go ahead and do, check torques, just make sure, look for signs of anything out of ordinary or anything out of place. And then, upon discovery of any loose components, if you do find something loose, kind of like what I said with the evidence, wear marks, markers of maybe something has moved, you see a shiny spot, it's go back and do a full inspection on that suspension.
Routine maintenance is an optimal time to check in on the system, even if it's not the primary focus of servicing. Here's Rob with an in-depth look into what other pieces of equipment to keep an eye on.
Looking at things like grease in the kingpins. Does it look dry? Can you see fresh grease where you should? Keeping things like that greased. During inspections, like if you do have an air suspension, putting your hands on the air spring, there's a lot of times you can't see the whole air spring, and so you can put your hands on it, feel around. Do you feel lumps? Do you feel degraded rubber? Possibly even cords, tears, anything like that. Make sure look at the rubber bushings. Are they showing any signs of degradation? Are the ends getting kind of chalky, or actually seeing rubber kind of flaking off of that? So just getting under their regular inspections, and I'd be actually looking for potential issues.
When it comes to your truck drivers, what can they do while they're out on the road and away from the shop?
Indicators are tire wear. If you are seeing odd tire wear, if it's different left to right across the tire, that can be a toe-in issue. If you're seeing zigzag patterns or other odd tire wear, that can be an indicator of loose bearings on that wheel, cupping, and some other That can be an out of balance tire. And so just looking, check the tires over, that's a good indicator. General drivability of the vehicle, that's another big one. If it's not feeling quite as crisp as it used to, if you're noticing wandering on the road, as you're driving down the road, that's a big indicator. And depending on the vehicle, noises. If you're hearing a squeak or a clunk or a bang, or if you're feeling something kind of like that while you're driving, you can tell something's a little loose. That can be a huge indicator of anything from a low tire to wheel bearing failure to something like a seized kingpin to a bad ball joint, anything like that.
Suspension maintenance and ensuring that nothing goes unnoticed is key to keeping your fleet on the move. By following these recommendations, even the demon haunter of Fleet Street stands no chance against your healthy trucks. For even more trucking and equipment content, check out the Fleet Equipment site at fleetequipmentmag.com. See you next week.